Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to you on Business Day Television. We are at the cusp of greatness as far as the metals market is concerned. Silver, ladies and gentlemen, is up 51% this month. Can you imagine? A fresh record high. We've hit $118 on the COMEX, and for the last two working sessions, silver has actually moved 14% either way. It's a rare occurrence, and a lot of geopolitical events are fueling this. Joining us on the show is Mr. Kunal Shah. He's the head of commodities trading at Nirmal Bang Securities, and a very well-known space name in the metal space. Namaste Kunalji, and a very warm welcome. Happy New Year. I don't think so there can be a better month than this 51% rally in silver. How are you looking at it? You are trying to hide your smile. I know you've made tons of monies for your clients and yourself.
Hi, सबसे पहले Happy New Year. And as far as unprecedented rally is concerned, so अभी ऐसा हो गया है कि लोगों को ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि कितना और upside.
Recording in progress.
At any level, what we are seeing is that there is relentless buying happening, and every day new levels are breached. So मैंने ये साल का टारगेट दिया था $5,100, $5,000 होगा, तो ये तो 1.5 महीने में ही आ गया. Now what I'm supposed to do for the rest of the year? So सिल्वर में लग रहा था एक बार $100, $105 टेस्ट करेगा, तो आज कल $118. कल हम जनरली सिल्वर में हम जो मूवमेंट देखते हैं साल का, 1-1.5 साल पहले समझो $35-40 का जब सिल्वर का प्राइस था, और अभी इंट्राडे में 2 दिन के अंदर सिल्वर में जो मूवमेंट हुई है वो हो गई है $30 की. तो $30 की तो मूवमेंट हो रही है सिल्वर में. तो ये बहुत ही अनप्रेसिडेंटेड टाइम है और बहुत डिफिकल्ट है प्रिडिक्ट करना है यहाँ से. सो नए लॉन्ग्स के लिए मैं रिकमेंड नहीं करूँगा ये लेवल्स पे सिल्वर में एटलीस्ट. गोल्ड अभी भी थोड़ा बेटर लग रहा है एज कम्पेयर टू सिल्वर लॉन्ग जाने में. गोल्ड सिल्वर का रेशियो अभी फिलहाल 45, इट्स ट्रेडिंग एट 45. सो द रिस्क रिवॉर्ड रेशियोज आर इन फेवर ऑफ गोल्ड राइट नाउ, एंड द फंडामेंटल ऑफ precious metal and commodities still continue to remain bullish. Levels, whenever you see correction dip, that time you can accumulate, but right now silver seems to be in a complete euphoria.
Kunalji, before we go forward and try to figure out what you will do with the kind of money that your clients and you have made in silver over the last 6 months, let us try and understand the underlying reasons why gold and silver are rising, especially so in the last month, in the past 27 days in January, of which trading is only for 18 days. Silver has jumped 51%. What would be the 2 or 3 reasons why you think silver is so hot?
I think silver is hot because 3 reasons. सबसे पहले it was trading in a deficit from last many years. दूसरा tariff के कारण there was a rapid shift from US from London vaults to US vaults, and now what is happening that China is in a premium by $10 from last almost 1.5 months. So Chinese market, China has put export restrictions on silver. China accounts for almost 55 to 60% of the silver's total refining capacity, and now from the 1st of January, China is not freely exporting silver. You have to take a proper permission, you have to take a license, and then only you can import from China. China will decide whom to give, how much to give. So this new equation has led to sharp panic in the market, and everyone has jumped into long position in gold and silver. The inventory level in Shanghai exchange is dropping every day. It's at a very minuscule inventory left in the exchange warehouses. So in this kind of scenario, what can happen to the prices is something what we've seen in last 1.5 months. Relentless from 80 to 105. 118 and not stopping at all. So until there is some major, so yesterday there was one circular which had come on Shifi exchange, Chinese exchange पे, वहाँ पे जो open position limits, if they are planning to curb them, I think that can have some temporary cooling off impact on silver future prices, but the trend definitely is bullish.
Right. Okay. So those were the intricacies of the silver market, which are particular to China, and of course its instance on cutting down on exports of silver from its own mines. Anything to do with geopolitics? You think this Greenland issue, this tariff issue with the EU and US also contributed to this very smart rally in both precious metals?
I think yes, those issues continue. The uncertainty basically induced by Mr. Trump and the US. We've seen unprecedented level of uncertainty on the geopolitical front. What is happening in Iran? What is happening in Greenland? What is happening in Venezuela? Whatever has happened, that has led to unprecedented volatility, and that is leading to so people are losing trust on the paper currencies. Geopolitical events can happen going forward. So, in order to hedge themselves, people are rushing to buy gold and silver because dollar devaluation is happening at a rapid pace. If you see what is happening on the geopolitical front, all this is pointing towards a scenario that gold and silver will continue to remain as a safe haven instrument.
Okay. One thing, Kunalji, because you track the wider metal space as well, why is one can understand the rally in precious metals, gold and silver, which you have explained very well, but why are aluminium, zinc and tin also rising so smartly? Tin is up 35% so far in the month. Aluminium has also posted such a strong rally. Are there bubbles in this space?
I don't think so. None of the commodity is in bubble territory. The fundamentals of all these metals are bullish because China has decided to cut back 10% of the refining capacity in copper, in aluminum. So, like, just imagine a scenario where the concentrate market of all of these metals are very tight, where we are seeing the production declining and the demand is rising at an exponential pace because of the EV and whatever is going on in the world in data center, AI. So in all of these verticals, the demand is rising and supply side is shrinking from the concentrate side. And you take the concentrate, you do the refine, and then you put the refined metal in the market. So now China is cutting back their refining capacity in a lot of these metals. So I think the fundamentals of the metals complex are very bullish. Irrespective of the macro outlook of China, I think the metals are likely to do well. And whatever dips, what you see in base metals that are meant to be that should be used as a good long opportunity, and I'm quite bullish on them.
Okay. Kunalji, you've made a very cautious stance on further positions on silver and gold, but within the metals complex, where do you think lies value, and what should be purchased at current prices in copper, aluminium, zinc, tin? Where do you think investors are likely to make more money? Now it is being said that copper is the new gold, just as silver was the new gold in say 5 months from now.
I think copper looks the most high conviction call, and I believe that copper can really outperform going forward. My targets for LME copper for this year would be $15,000, and on India it should test 1,500 rupees. So another 20% upside from here is conservatively what I expect going forward to take place in copper. So copper looks very bullish.
Okay, that's a fair assumption, and in this kind of an environment, any target can be achieved given the momentum that is there in the space. A view on crude oil, Kunalji, one of the very few commodities that is lying quietly, despite the global turmoil, despite India shifting its buying from Russian markets to back to the Middle East. What do you think is the situation in the crude oil market, sir?
I think crude oil is likely to shoot up going forward, and I'm quite bullish on it. And I'm expecting oil to really do well going forward. Expecting it to go up by 5 to 10% in next couple of months. I think it's just a matter of time when the geopolitical premium is likely to escalate in oil. And fundamentally, I think it looks very good, very positive to me, because the US oil production is going to decline from here. I'm not expecting any rise in US production. China and US are likely to build their strategic petroleum reserve at these levels. And Iran and US tension is always hovering over oil. So I think broadly it looks very positive to me.
You've said a 5-10% upside on crude oil. This is for this year, or is this a short-term target?
I think for short-term target, if you say 3 months to 4 months, at least 10 to 15% upside, 10% conservatively in oil is expected.
Okay. Kunalji, given my long interaction with you, I know you keep a very close eye on the physical market of gold and silver at Zaveri Bazaar in Mumbai and many such precious markets across the country. What is the situation in the physical markets for silver delivery today and gold delivery today?
I think it's a very good question and worth noting. So today, MCX, physical market, the silver is sold at 15,000 rupees discount than what is trading in the MCX prices. So at one hand, what we are seeing is that MCX prices are trading at premium vis-a-vis prices of COMEX, and the physical market is in discount by 15,000 rupees as compared to the MCX prices. So this is the most weird equation is being set up. On one side, if there are shortages, why the physical market is being sold at 15,000 rupees less than the M6 price, and if future buying is so strong, okay, then why COMEX is at discount as compared to MCX futures? So it's a complete chaos in the on the ground as far as the silver and gold markets are concerned. We hope that this rationality should come post budget, and I believe that post budget you may have a good clarity, and this kind of big aberrations may get resolved post budget.
Okay. Are you expecting any kind of duty tweaks on import of gold and silver in the forthcoming budget? The government should be, looking to tamp down on these imports of precious metals because they impact the fiscal deficit. Do you think some steps will be taken in the budget to reduce demand by hiking duties?
I think it's going to be very tricky because if they hike the duty, they are going to discourage the imports, and I think the smuggling of gold can increase post that. So they should not ideally do that. But on the other hand, the way Indian rupee is weakening, it is a matter of concern. So some of the other actions are anticipated as far as the gold and silver are concerned, but I don't know whether it will be in the form of duty cut or in any other form. So we expect that some of the measures during the budget on gold and silver may come. What will be that? We don't know.
Right, Kunalji, on this very interesting note, we'll call it a day. And here's wishing you the best. We've interacted with each other for the last 2 decades or so, and never have we had this kind of enthusiasm and bullishness in a sector which is actually a commodity. Here's wishing you all the best. And for the first question that we asked you, what to do with the targets that have already come, I think you should go on a holiday and enjoy all the money that your clients and you have made over the last 5 months on this metal.
Okay.
With that, we'll end it, Kunal Bhai. Kunal Shah, Head of Commodities Trading at Nirmal Bang Securities, feels silver and gold at the moment are stratospheric, and just no point taking long positions at this level. Copper looks good for the year ahead, as does crude oil. That's a wrap on the commodities space, ladies and gentlemen. Please continue with Business Way Television. There's a lot that's happening in the market, both commodities, equities, and of course geopolitical. Stay tuned.